Hey guys, and welcome to an excellent game between its current year as the High Elves going up against the Vampire Coast and DBD's Rebane. So starting here with the Vampire Coast, the pirates ready at the frontier. We are going to have the zombie pirate deckhand mobs in the frontier, but these are going to be the gunnery variants, so good pistols in pocket, and then they're going to be backed up by the scurvy dogs in the rear. So 4 in total, 95 speed to really traverse the battlefield. In the middle, we are going to have triple of the Death Guard, of course, coming in with the healing thanks to hunger, making them rather tanky indeed. In the backside, we are going to have the double carronades, and in the sky, we are going to have some deck droppers. In the back, some of those very famous bombers that are very good here at ripping the front line. In the middle, it is going to be the man, the myth, the legend. We are going to have Count Noculus here with the hunger, arcane conduit, and the curse of undeath. The spells being the Invocation of Nehek and the Drowned Dead with the very powerful Pit of Shades. Now we are going to have the Captain's Wrath Moondar and Wrathstorm, which are going to be really good at taking down all those single entities. So over for the High Elves, we are going to be having a bit of a Shadow Warrior kite. So 4 units here, 2 on either flank, backed up by some very cheap Illyrian Reavers. Now Illyrian Reavers will take care of the scurvy dogs, but they've got to be careful here of those deck drop bombers. In the middle, we are going to have some more Illyrian Reavers and then some Loth and Sea Guards. So we're going to go for that full shoot and scoot with a couple of spearmen here in the middle. So for the magic, we are going to have the High Mage. She's going to be bringing the Soul Quench and, of course, the Hand of Glory. We're also going to have the Lord Passage there of the Shield of Safri, giving all that damage resistance. So for the Lord Choice, we are going to have the man who is bred with Scoot and Shoot. We are going to have Alith Anar here with the Darken of the Skies, the Stone of Midnight, and the ability of the Moonbow with Misled. So both sides coming together here in a very strong faction with the Vampire Coast. Probably A tier right now, looking rather strong in the meta, but I think this is a matchup they really do suffer against. So we're going to be shooting into the sky, doing some pretty good damage here up against those flying bats. Got to be careful here with Rebane. Don't really want to be taking too much damage, but the bombers really slapping home here on these Illyrian Reavers. And they're going to be going into the dark, deep neighborhoods here of the undead, with scurvy dogs going to be chasing in behind. And is it all over already? It looks like we are going to be charging in, and its current year already found himself in a problematic situation. But you can see Illyrian Reavers just dominating here, considering they were down by at least a quarter health, and they charged up against the scurviest of dogs. They're actually going to be nearly coming out with a dubski there. So a bit of Scoot and Shoot here with the Shadow Warriors. Pretty good in melee combat as well. 38 on 34 is pretty decent if you ask me. But it looks like here we are going to get the rear charge. Scurvies will be fighting. Lots of unnecessary damage here up against the Shadow Warriors. But we do collapse here with the Illyrian Reavers, and that's going to be the mobility there, dying rather quickly. In the middle, we do actually have the High Mage trying to see if she can intercept the scurvy dogs, but that's not going to be the case. Loth and Sea Guard probably could have taken this fight, actually. 52 melee defense is going to be really high for the low melee attack scurvy dogs to deal with. In the middle, we are going to get Knuckles coming forward. He's taking quite a bit of damage, maybe some overcasting here or there, not too sure, but a Pit of Shades or two really will set this battlefield back to even for Rebane. So as we go forward here, the zombie pirate gunner is going to be firing, and they do actually have fire whilst moving, and I believe that's only whilst moving forward. Of course, they can kind of move forward, reload, and fire with those pistols. In the backside here, we do actually see a Pit of Shades. Really nice work there coming from Rebane, catching the Loth and Sea Guard and the Shadow Warriors in the crossfire. But it looks like here the good old Shadow King himself is going to get away with a summon now coming forward with these zombie pirate deckhand mobs. Not only are they going to be pushing the Loth and Sea Guard and also collapsing on the Shadow Warriors, we're going to have Noculus coming up the backside here. It could be a bit of a duel of the ages here. It's going to be the Dark King going up against the man and the King of the Sea. So Noculus does have his halberd nice and high, but he actually slams up against some very, very unfortunate Assur. They're going to be poking and stroking here with their spears and shields out, but sadly they're really going to be getting butchered here by the man, the myth, the legend. On the side, we do see Illyrian Reavers. They can get around the side here, and you can see the carronades are not protected. In the middle, Bomber's going to be fighting up against Spearmen. Really good stuff there. Quite a bit of damage on the Death Guard. Pistol's still going to be doing all the work they can, but it looks like here the Loth and Sea Guard are going to be making mincemeat here of the front line of the undead. Shots to the backside trying to catch the Illyrian Reavers, but they do pocket through here up against all of the cannon crews of the undead. These carronades will be falling rather quickly, and the high leadership of the Illyrian Reavers, will do the business. So we are going to get a rear charge from the deck droppers. Not amazing in melee combat, not terrible either, but they can get in and they can really help here, try and fight. And there we go, we do break the Illyrian Reavers. Nice stuff there coming from Rebane. So looks like the Carronades do live to fight another day, or do they live at all? That's a really good question. But either way, Shadow Warriors in the back pocket is always going to be screaming kind of menacingly here in the back of Rebane's head, as you see the zombie pirates getting shut down here. Looks like the Illyrian Reaver is going to be breaking, but there's mobility, range, and all kinds of annoying high elf garbage in the back pocket here of the undead. Bombers ready to go. They really want to be firing here up and against all of these Shadow Warriors, but it looks like they're going to be A-lining it here for the Carronades. Very good choices indeed. Knuckles in the middle is going to be getting kind of shot here by Alith, and he's one of the best 360 no-scopers in the game, and he's going to be firing into the face of Knuckles, and that's some really good damage overall. 400 armor piercing per shot is certainly going to do quite well indeed. Depth Guard going to be pushing through, not super fast, 36 speed, so they might suffer here up against some Shadow Warrior Kite, but looks like they do catch up against some of the Loth and Sea Guard. So they're going to be at 44 melee defense now. I'm not too sure why it's not 52. But I think maybe here the martial prowess, it looks like it's still going to be activated, so 25% health here rather than 50% these days, but it looks like they are going to be holding rather true. We do see firing over the top here, the Hand of Glory has been activated, taking down a lot of the Decker mobs. A really close game here. In the backside, healing with the Death Guard fighting in combat, but they're also going to be getting depleted as they're not going to have the leadership to keep themselves from crumbling. In the middle, we do see the Bombers fighting up against the High Mage. High Mage is going to be pretty decent there in that fight. But on the pocket, we do see Alith and Anar running away from the summon of the gunnery mobs with some Shadow Warriors and Spearmen over on the left flank. So it looks like the High Elves have been split into two kind of factions here. We have some Illyrian Reavers and the double Shadow Warriors on the pocket, really running out of ammunition. They can fight, but it depends if they're going to be able to get into range before taking too much unnecessary damage. It's like here in the middle, the zombie pirate Decker and Bombers going to try to get into position, and this could be disgusting. Bombers coming over the top. Is it going to happen? No, it looks like they're going to run away. I think I would have fought there, actually, just getting as much damage as I possibly could, but unfortunately, they are going to be dropping just due to crumbling. On the side, we do compromise with the Illyrian Reavers. That's going to stop the zombie pirate deckhands from firing, so we can get into melee combat here with those Shadow Warriors. And the bad boys are the best and the most elite here that we have to offer from the Dark King himself. So we're going to be fighting in the middle. Shadow Warriors really seeping through all of the cracks here to fight up against the zombie pirate deckhands, and they're going to fall in a matter of seconds. Illyrian Reavers still going to be going. I'm rather surprised at how long they've lasted, but it looks like here both are going to be breaking and probably here for the final time. Now we do see some elite Death Guard popping through, and this is going to be a problem. What do we have to take care of the Death Guard? We have some ammo in the back pocket. A little bit of scoot and shoot could happen. It's going to be 40 speed up against 36, but of course you've got to take that charge bonus into consideration. We might be able to get a couple of shots in, and it's going to be really key to how much we actually hit here. So we've got to make sure that we are, certainly using all of our ammunition to the best of our ability. Shadow Warriors do break, so they are going to get collapsed here by the Death Guard. Death Guard will also be healing whilst fighting, so it's looking like a pretty lose-lose situation for the High Elves on the right-hand side. On the left, though, it looks like we are going to be firing, and Anar getting that bolt across the map. Lovely damage there up against the Death Guard. And it looks like here is currently is really trying everything to get back into this game. Now, we do see Noctilus, we do see a beautiful healing cap, and that overcast was not what we wanted to see. Really unfortunate for Rebane there. And so we do try and get a Soul Quench coming across. But Knuckles at 1,230 health is not looking great. Alith and Anar has some good ammunition, 5 left in the pocket, but maybe a Wrathstorm coming down on top of the big man. Now that could be rather scary here. It is going to come down. He is quite a small character. Looks like he got pushed over, so not too much damage. I think here getting away with quite a lot there. That really could have hurt Alith and Anar quite badly. But 2.4 coming up against 1.3. Looks like, I think if he's charging, maybe... No, he's using Invocation of the Heck. Never mind, I thought maybe if he was charging he was healing, maybe that was a glitch, but no, he's going to get a little bit of healing. I think Noctilus is going to be really important for balance of power here. If he falls, I think maybe we could be in big trouble here with the undead. But balance of power is going to be in their favour at the moment. What do we see here in the back? It is going to be a Soul Quench. Beautiful stuff. It looks like we are going down to 42 monos there for the Death Guard. Going to be pushing in here with these Shadow Warriors. I don't know if this is the fight to take. We definitely want to see the High Mage. Oh my god, the High Mage is getting spanked here on the backside. Not looking good there. We do actually see some Shadow Warriors. And I think the Death Guard could put out the big dubski here. It really, really does depend. Coming back, some more Shadow Warriors. Looks like we are going to lose the ones here in the front. Noculus is going to be down to 760 HP. It looks like he is going to be at healing cap, so maybe 700 is going to be the final. We do see the decoy getting activated. Now, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be, I don't think that's certainly going to be falling Rebane. He looks like he is going to be charging after Alith Anar here. Misled is going to give him Stalk and Unsnipeable, but he does get found out. In the middle, low count Noculus, so he's going to be down to 780. Could we get a couple of shots? No, we have no ammo left for Alith Anar. And that was a beautiful Soul Quench there coming from the High Mage as we now charge down tower for the Shadow Warriors. A desperate attempt with Invocation of Nehek to keep the Depth Guard going, and I don't blame him. Keep them high, keep the models good, so that we can then try and get some of that healing thanks to the Hunger ability. So we can fight here up against the Shadow Warriors. I think that one spell alone is going to allow the Depth Guard here to get the dub. In the middle though, it looks like we are going to get Misled, followed by the nice Rastorm ability here from Noculus, but I think Noculus is going to fall. I think here if we do fight in melee combat, 67 on 57, going up against 45 on 60, I think this is definitely going to favour Alith Anar. It's really close here. You can see the Zombie Pirate deckhands are going to be firing up against Alith Anar. I think we just get Noculus out of here. There's no need to risk him. If he goes down, we're in big trouble here. Soul Quench coming down the line of the Death Guard. That was fantastic. I think some of these Soul Quenches have been elite. But it looks like Alith Anar is going to fall. So he is going to be breaking there, unfortunately. I think that will spell the end of Alith Anar. 540 HP for him. Super close game so far. We still have some Lothman Seaguard firing in the pocket. Definitely want to be coming after that Depth Guard. Now, if you allow Alith Anar to get away here, this could be problematic. Is he going to return negative 23 leadership? It would seem not. He's going to be getting fired to death here in the backside. 63 HP. I don't know. Is he going to be under range? No, he's just about going to be in. 54. Is he going to fall? That is going to be so huge here for the Undead if he does. 35. 9. And he falls. Good stuff here. And you can see wavering map wide. That is going to be army losses. GG's. And well played here to Rebane and the Coast. So firstly, I want to say thank you so much for It's Current Year for sending this in. It's always fantastic when people send in great games, even when they are a loss. You know, it's such a great game. I'm very happy that I cast this one. But we are going to be seeing here Alith Anar 3,270 damage value. Excellent stuff here. Really good, and showing why It's Current Year from XMT is a man not to be messed with. Really strong stuff. So we're also going to get 1,400 there for the Mage of High. And, you know, all that damage is going to be in melee combat and from those Soul Quenches, which I thought were excellent. I thought they were very, very good indeed. Shadow Warriors 960, 800, 777 there from the Shadow Warriors with 825. So overall, pretty consistent, pretty decent. I think roughly they're 950, if my memory serves. So coming a little bit under par. But I think here, I think it's quite tough here for the Shadow Warriors. I don't think they have enough DPS and they don't have enough ammunition to pay for themselves consistently, especially in this matchup. But 200, 250, 200, and 750 there from the Illyrian Reavers, with Spearmen coming in at 74, 77, and 57. We saw 440, 235 for the Lothman Seaguard, and the Shielded variant getting 530, and then 300. So for Rebane, we got 1,600 there for Noculus, 1,400, 1,900, and 770 there for the Depth Guard, which I think were the MVPs. These boys really dragged it out. 300s, 200s kills there. So yeah, overall, probably somewhere in the region of 650-ish kills. 270 there from the Carronade and 217. Not too great. They got shot down rather easily. 180, 214, 200, and 160 there for the Scurvy Dongs. You know, just keeping it really innocent there for the Illyrian Reavers. Just really keeping them in check and making sure they can't do any sneaky shenanigans. 392, 130 there for the Bombers, with the Flying Force coming in at 220 and 580. 280 there for the Gunnery Mobs, 740, 140, and 260. So there we go, there you have it. I hope you guys really enjoyed this one. If you did, please smash that like button. Feel free to leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't already.